fellow dreamers. So before I get into this video, I'm just gonna do what I did in my strawberry shortcake redesign video, which is talk about her role in the story and her character and personality traits, and then closer to the end of the video, deep dive into her design and my thought process when I was designing it. Alrighty, so Blueberry Muffin has a very important role in the story, which is that she is one of the 2 planners of the friendship group. And what this basically means is she's like a strategizer, and she can fight, but unlike someone like Strawberry, who's more of a brawler character, Blueberry Muffin doesn't have a lot of interest in fighting the Zomberries. She can, and she will if things get too crazy and rough, but she is more interested in other things, like reading her book or working on plans and strategies. She is one of the oldest characters in my main cast, so she's a lot like the cool aunt or like mom friend. She's super fun and caring and kind. She's very like chill and down to earth. I feel like she's an ambivert, but more on like the introvert leaning side of things. Like she does really well in social settings, but she loves her me time. She is a very creative person, so she is like the queen of DIYs, and I swear if you give this girl duct tape, scissors, and cardboard, she could make you just about anything. I feel like she also like sews, embroiders, does macrame, crochets, knits, writes. She's an aspiring author because of how much she loves to tell stories. And you better believe she's got those theater kid vibes, because if she is telling you a story, she will act it out and make it the most engaging thing ever. Some of her flaws are that she's kind of spacey sometimes because she has this really good like thought process and imagination. Sometimes she just kind of leaves reality, and her friends have to like snap in front of her face and be like, Blueberry, and she'll be like, oh yeah, I'm here guys, sorry about that, because she'll kind of just space out and work out other things in her mind. Sometimes she'll have too high of expectations for things, like she'll build it up so much in her head that it really can't live up to reality, you know? She can also be very indecisive. Even though she's good at strategies and planning, she can come up with so many plans that she really struggles to choose like which route to take, which is why she's one of 2 planners. Because if it was just Blueberry Muffin, everybody would be in a little bit of a pickle. And she's the kind of person who, if you offer her vanilla or chocolate, cannot decide, so you just end up giving her both. Maybe it's like a FOMO thing. I don't know. Sometimes she can be too attached to things, like she's really good at like coming up with stories for objects and stuff, which makes it really hard for her to leave behind. Cause she can make up a story for just about anything and get so attached to it that she can't let it go, cause then the story would end sadly. This isn't so much as a character flaw as it's just like more of a personality quirk, but she can sometimes be pretty clumsy. I imagine that when she is spacing out, she's just not paying attention to her surroundings. So like she'll run into a table or stub her toe on like the chair leg, or she might bump into someone who's carrying a bunch of stuff and then have to help them pick it all up. She's just not always really in her environment, if you will. And I have mentioned that she's a storyteller, but she's also someone who likes to tell some pretty tall tales, because she likes to exaggerate and emphasize. So if they go through an adventure in real life and then something happens that's kind of crazy, she will amp it up to make it even more crazy and insane. And then like one of her friends will be like, Blueberry, but that's not what actually happened. And she'll be like, I know, but it's cooler than what happened. I also feel like she loves shopping. She just loves to accessorize and bedazzle and do all the things. So that is, like, her role in the story and her personality and character flaws. So let's get into her closest relationships. So I feel like she's pretty good friends with Strawberry Shortcakes, and Strawberry is technically like the glue of the friendship group. I feel like she's also really good friends with Lemon Meringue and Apple Dumpling, because Lemon Meringue and Apple Dumpling will be 2 of the youngest members of the friendship group, so she is always looking out for them, making sure they're having a good time. And I would say her last closest relationship is Plum Pudding. And of course, we cannot forget Blueberry Muffin's little mousy friend, Cheesecake. So for Cheesecake, I imagine his personality to be a lot like Pascal's from Tangled. He will join Blueberry Muffin in her crafts and in her acting, and is almost like one of those like mice from Cinderella, where they're just like talented at all this crafting stuff that you're just like, you have no right to be good at this, you're a mouse, but he is. He so is. Also, if you ever like say anything or do anything to Blueberry Muffin that is even like the slightest bit mean, you have just made an enemy with Cheesecake for the rest of your life, man. Cheesecake is gonna keep an eye on you. So don't get on his bad side, okay? And there she is. I am so happy with this design and how it turned out. Okay, so I took a lot of inspiration from Blueberry Muffin's previous designs. As you can see, I took the like checkered design from her original design, kept it for her shirt. She also had that like little violet ribbon. I really wanted to keep the ribbon, so it's tied to her belt loop. And then in her 2000s version, you can see that she has purple shoes, and I wanted to keep that for her like purple combat boots. Also, of course, I had to include the iconic green and white socks. And then for her hair, I was always a really big fan of when her hair was like that brown color as opposed to like the blue color it sometimes is. And I really like it when it's super curly. I put a little blue scrunchie in her hair to kind of nod back to like how the Strawberry Shortcake characters usually had like hats in their hair. So like I tried to make some accessory go into her hair. So for her little mousy friend, Cheesecake, I didn't want to go too crazy with his design. I just kept it his original tan color and then added some blue here and there. I also took a lot of inspiration from Blueberry Muffins, the food. So with her pants, I wanted it to look kind of like the wrapper of a muffin, which is why there's like those vertical like light lines going down her pants. And why her pants are like that tannish color, because I want it to really imitate like the muffin look. I wanted to put some little blueberries here and there, so I gave her a little blueberry necklace and embroidered blueberries onto her pants, which you know she did the embroidery to. If you have seen my Strawberry Shortcake Speedpaint redesign, you would know that I take a lot of inspiration from the 80s and 90s. So I gave her some really big green hoop earrings because it's just like so cute. And then I added my own personal touches as well, like her fingerless glove on one hand, the colorful band-aids, and the ring on her finger. Also, if you're wondering what that purple design is at the top of her shirt, I kind of had canon that she definitely DIY'd that purple kind of like goo look. So that was the idea behind that. And that's her design. I hope you guys really like it. Tell me what you think in the comments. And so now it is time to announce who the next redesign video will be about. You guys voted, and the winner is Orange Blossom. I am so excited for that. I think you guys will really like her and her personality. I will be posting another poll to see who you guys would like to watch the redesign of after Orange Blossom. And I just want to thank you guys so much for all your support and kind comments and ideas. It's been so fun. Oh my gosh, to see all you guys talk about it and be inspired. Cause that's my dream right there. I want to inspire creativity. So thank you guys so much for all of your support that you've been showing me. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Bye!